right, cool. Hey everybody, coming to you live from Roswell, New Mexico. Woo. I honestly, I had to stop, as I'm traveling through just because of all of the nostalgia that's attached to this place, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I find out that that the crash, so to speak, didn't even happen right here. It happened like 70 miles away from here.
Yeah, they took all the credit.
Yeah, they got all the credit, but very cool town so far. And we got a chance to meet the couple that owns the Airbnb here that I stayed at overnight. We don't want to put them on Front Street and put them on video today, but what we want to do is I want to introduce you to the elders, and then we're going to read Matthew 10 with you and add a couple of comments to the reading as we go. And then if you have some comments yourself, you can put it in the comment section below, or hit the subscribe button and follow the lesson all the way, the study all the way through Matthew. Maybe we'll get through the whole New Testament at some point in this life. But these elders are right here working in Roswell, New Mexico, and I'll let them introduce themselves.
So I'm Elder Robbins. I've been in Roswell now for about 7 months.
Okay.
So it's
Where are you from?
I'm from Harriman, Utah.
Harriman, Utah. Mm-hmm. One of the Utahs.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm Elder Coplin. I've been here about 4 or 5 months from Helena, Montana. So
okay.
Pretty cool.
Helena, Montana. That's unusual that we have somebody other than Utah, but we actually have some missionaries from New Jersey that are out in the world from our ward back home. I think one was in Milan and
that's sweet.
A couple of
That's
places,
sick.
but yeah, they're trying to get involved, so to speak. So we're going to read the Matthew chapter 10, and we'll start off with the first 14 verses, and then see what thoughts we have about that.
All right,
Elder Robbins.
All right. So it starts. And when he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power against unclean spirits to cast them out, and to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. Now when the names of the 12 apostles are these: the first, Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew his brother, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew the publican, James the son of Alphaeus, and Lebbaeus, whose surname was Thaddeus, Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Iscariot, who also betrayed him. These 12 Jesus sent forth, and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as ye go, preach, saying, The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give. Provide neither gold nor silver nor brass in your purses, nor strip for your journey, neither 2 coats, neither shoes, nor yet staves, for the workman is worthy of his meat. And into whatsoever city or town ye shall enter, inquire who in it is worthy, and there abide till ye go thence. And when ye come into an house, salute it. And if the house be worthy, let your peace come upon it, and if it be not worthy, let your peace return to you. And when whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when ye depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust off your feet.
Wow. I like that, how basically, I see somebody shaking the dust off their feet, I'm going to be worried, But interesting how they, it says that, that you should go into the town, and whoever who in it is worthy, and there abide till ye go thence, right? So it's interesting. I've been trying to find people to stay with along my journey across country, and because of COVID, it's very few people. There were a couple of people that did, but it's interesting. I never presented it that way. I should ask, is there any worthy people in the town, that I could abide with, and maybe that'll, shake people up or get them, or they'll be more willing to host me for a couple
Hopefully.
of nights, right? And then maybe I'll bring some peace into their house. I think that, my testimony is really strong, and sharing that with people, I think, either gets them interested or strengthens their own testimonies. Like, it has happened, for us in our church. But it's very cool. What do you guys get out of that first 14?
Something that I liked is when it talks about, says that Jesus sent forth his 12 apostles, tells them not to go the way of the Gentiles or the Samaritans, but go to the lost sheep. So he's saying, find my sheep, go and do what you need to do. Find those who are ready to receive you. So I like that a lot.
I also think it's interesting how he basically says, don't worry about giving things to people, just go and serve and preach the Lord. Like, that's all they're there to do, and that's all he needs them to do, and that the Lord will take care of them for their work.
Yeah. I'll go with, was that 15 now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it says, verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of the judgment than for that city. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents, and harmless as doves. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents, and cause them to be put to death. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that endureth to the end shall be saved. But when they persecute you in this city, flee ye into another. For verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man be come. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master, and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household? Fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known. What I tell you in the darkness, that ye speak in the light, and what ye hear in the ear, that preach ye upon the housetops. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both the soul and the body in hell. Yeah, he was talking about the adversary, right? Right there. Watch out for that guy.
Something I really like is how he uses the different animals as kind of, I guess, ways in how we can describe how we're going to be. It says that he sends us as sheep in the midst of wolves, so be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. So it's kind of where we're at right now. We're kind of the sheep right now. There's wolves all around us. We need to be wise. We need to know or go to what we know to be true, what brings us peace, including helping other people find that peace. When he tells us that he'll give us in the very hour what we shall speak, I love that.
Yeah. Sometimes we get a little nervous, or we don't know what we're gonna say, or there may be that awkward silence or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you think, Elder Coplin? What'd you get out of that?
I think it's cool how, like, in verse 22 it reads, "And you shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved." I think that's really comforting to know that, sure, all sorts of things may be going on. Everyone might hate you, and sure, that's not pleasant, but in the end, as long as, like, you keep striving to do the Lord's work, that He'll take care of you and you'll be saved.
Yeah. I think that people are maybe sometimes frowned upon because they're followers, right? And even in other countries, I mean, people are still tortured and killed. And fortunately, in our country, that's not happening. At least it's not, evident that that's happening. But even with that threat, or people not liking you or us because of what we do, they didn't like Jesus either, right? So I said that if they persecuted me, what do you think they're going to do to you? Right. So it's something to like look forward to. There's even some scripture where it talks about the trials that that they're happy to have those trials and to suffer that resentment or pain for the gospel.
Right.
All right, you want to read the last
Yep.
bit?
Let's see. Are not 2 sparrows sold for a farthing? And one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father. But the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Fear ye not, therefore, ye are of more value than many sparrows. Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. He that receiveth you receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. He that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward, and he that receiveth a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man's reward. And whosoever shall give to drink unto one of these little ones a cup of cold water only in the name of a disciple, verily I say unto you, he shall in no wise lose his reward.
I like that a lot, especially in 39 where he says, he that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. I think that's super true, especially for me in my life. The happiest times have always been when I've caught myself coming closer to Christ or helping other people do that. And like I said, looking back, those have always been the happiest times. And it's always good to know that we're not going to be loved by everybody or liked by everybody. Why would our life be easy if Jesus never ever was? And it always gives me a little bit of hope to know that Satan's trying to work on me, because it means that I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
So I like that advice.
Yeah, he's trying to chase those that are striving to do the right thing. You're a target, or we're targets. Yeah. I like the point that Jesus makes about the reward. And there's always some sort of reward, right? And he rewards people for obeying his commandments. He rewards people for obeying his Father, for doing the right thing, and and helping other people. And sometimes people are like, well, I don't do it for the reward, and I don't think you should do it just for the reward. I think you should do it as a way, as like a character trait, right? And try and develop like the same attributes that he has, and then it becomes part of your character. And just naturally, by doing it, you're constantly being rewarded by him and blessed by him. And so it's just this wonderful relationship, that's going on. And I'm so grateful to be a part of that, and to try and do things that make him happy. I know sometimes I'm a sinner, so sometimes I do things or think things that don't make him happy, but I'm quick to repent and try and get back on track. And even sometimes I find myself repenting for the same thing I did yesterday, but
every day.
That's part of it. That's part of like growing. And I've improved, I think, in my life in so many areas because of this constant decision that I have to do this, to repent and recognize what I was doing was wrong. There are still some things that are, challenging, but I know that if I keep working on them, that I'll be able to someday achieve that result. Yeah. How about you, Elder Coplin? What did you get out of that?
I think an important thing to note is, like in verse 32, 33, it talks a bit about how whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. And then the verse following is like the inverse, but whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. I think it's important to remember that as we're following Christ, like if we're going to be hypocritical about it and be a follower and then tell everyone that we're not, I mean, that's kind of pointless to like even say. If you're a true follower of Christ, then you shouldn't be ashamed of being like open about it and proclaiming it and going out and teaching people. And so if you try to like hide that and like, I don't know, kind of lost track of it.
Yeah, I like it. No, but I think we get it. And in closing this part of the study up, this chapter up, we want to confess before you, men and women, that Jesus is the Christ, that we believe that Jesus is alive and he's with us and in us, and the Spirit, his Spirit, the Spirit of the Father is guiding us each and every day, and gets these men to commit to a 2-year mission to be out here to share a message about Jesus Christ and how he can help you in your life. And so if you choose him, or you want to know more about what the missionaries are doing out there, you can obviously look them up on, what is it? Is it Come to Christ?
Come unto Christ.org.
Come unto Christ.org. So come unto Christ.org. And, you can schedule, an appointment with them, and they'll come in, wherever you are in the world, actually. There's missionaries there that'll help you to grow closer to the Lord. And so I want to thank the elders for taking the time today to share this message with me here in Roswell, New Mexico. And we're so happy to keep the study going, or I'm so happy to keep the study going, and that they were able to help me with that. So I look forward to shooting the next chapter 11, very soon. And hopefully you'll be following along for that. Thank you so much. Have a great day.